The widespread rain continues. This is a good, much-needed rain for our area. It finally wraps up tonight. I'll let you know when the heaviest rain moves out with Futurecast.
Plus, murder victims identified. Family tells us a Fort Bragg soldier and Ukrainian refugee were killed by an ex-boyfriend.
I just want it to be known that he was a really, really, really good person with he loved deeply.
The soldier's sisters share memories of the sweetest person they've ever known. And glove discovered. A glove was found 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. The FBI is now connecting it to a person of interest.
Live from WRAL News headquarters in Raleigh, your #1 source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Taking a live look at conditions here on this WRAL Weather Alert Day, our Sky Camera Network shows some of the washout conditions we've seen throughout the day. We've still got a while to go before we're clear of all of this rain, though. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Eric Miller. Futurecast shows several more hours of the wet stuff coming down. Let's get on over to meteorologist Grant Skinner, keeping an eye on that radar. Grant.
Yeah, widespread rain continues. What I'm noticing back to the south and west, there are a few more breaks in the rain. Areas south and west of Sanford seeing a few more breaks right now, but it's still pretty widespread, and a lot of pockets of moderate to heavy rain continue. Let's zoom in on Wake County. You can see over Raleigh right now just some lighter rain, but if you move back towards Wendell, up towards Wake Forest, there's some pockets of moderate rain mixed in, and more up towards Lewisburg as well. Chapel Hill and Durham seeing some light rain down through Clayton. Wilson's Mills, some pockets of moderate rain still mixed in there. You move further south, there are still some lines of some moderate to heavy rain through Lillington, Benson, slowly working north and east, and over Goldsboro right now, moving north and east as well. So watch for those heavier pockets. Could have some ponding on the roads, and some light to moderate rain in our northern spots as well, from Creedmoor up through Oxford, Henderson, over to Franklinton, Roanoke Rapids, Enfield. The light rain continues there. We've seen a good bit of the rain today. You can see over the past several hours, it's amounted up to over an inch for some spots, inch and a quarter for some areas. So definitely seen a good bit of rain. This finally wraps up tonight. I'll let you know when it wraps up with Futurecast, and also when we warm to the 70s this week. That's coming up.
Grant, thank you. All of that rain has made for some very slick road conditions in spots. Just take a look at this scene. This is I-40 near RDU. A camper van and a truck appeared to jump over the median there, causing some significant backups. We're still working to learn if anybody was injured in this crash. Let's take a look at other conditions in other parts of Wake County here. WRAL's Heidi Kirk is on 440 in Raleigh in the WRAL Storm Tracker. Heidi, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Eric, it's interesting you asked that, because just a moment ago we actually passed a wreck that happened here on 440. It is quite messy out here. We've been seeing that as we've been driving around the triangle all afternoon long, but I want to flip around the camera and show you what we're seeing right now. In fact, my photographer just noted the visibility is extremely low out here, and I've also been really surprised at how many cars are out here on the road. I mean, it's Sunday evening. People are clearly out and about. The weather is not stopping them, but the thing is that once you get out here, you will realize that it's quite messy yet again. And, you know, we've talked about those really heavy bands of rain coming through. We've been seeing that. Right now, you're looking at the windshield wipers going pretty quickly. We've got some rain coming down right now. It's a little bit lighter than what we've seen, but again, it has definitely been coming in phases. And of course, if you look over at the side of the road, I'm going to tilt the camera right here, you'll notice there is a little bit of that ponding that we've mentioned out on the side of the road. So it's definitely something to take note of. If you're headed out this evening, you're going to want to be aware. You're going to want to take it a little slow, and definitely take it from the folks who have been in these accidents that we've been seeing all across the area. Heidi Kirk, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
That's some good advice, Heidi. Thank you. You can, of course, watch this weather system in real time with the WRAL weather app. We have got the largest and most experienced weather team in the state, providing minute-by-minute updates.
Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
A breaking development tonight in the search for Nancy Guthrie. A source close to the investigation tells NBC News that the FBI has found a glove with DNA evidence attached that appears to match a glove worn by the suspect. The glove was found about 2 miles from Guthrie's home. It seems to be the same glove worn by a man seen on a surveillance camera outside of her home the morning she disappeared. Guthrie vanished more than 2 weeks ago. Investigators have been looking into several alleged ransom notes. The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward. Now to some breaking news here locally. The Moore County Sheriff's Office has identified 2 people shot and killed at a home there. In the last 2 hours, we've learned that Katerina Toimash and Matthew Wade died. The 2 were dating. Wade's sisters told us that Tovmash was a Ukrainian refugee and Wade was stationed at Fort Bragg. Investigators in Ohio arrested Caleb Fosnaw yesterday, just hours after the shooting. The sheriff's office told us that Fosnaw and Tovmash used to date. Wade's sisters told us they're struggling to understand how this could happen.
Person I've ever known. Like, he loved making people laugh and he was very good at it, and he was very, very kind. Anyone that knew him knew that he was kind. I don't think there was very many people that had anything negative to say about him. He would give the shirt off his back to anybody. He loved our kids. Yep. He was the best uncle. He was. And the best brother.
Just awful. They told us that Wade and Tovmash hadn't been dating for very long. Fosnaw is still in custody in Ohio tonight. Major Eric Galloway tells us teams with the Moore County Sheriff's Office are also still in Ohio working this case. He says it's not yet clear when Fosnaw will be brought back to North Carolina to face charges. Raleigh police say 2 people were shot this morning inside of a sports bar. That shooting happened around 5 a.m. at Touchdown Sports Bar on New Bern Avenue. Both people shot are expected to recover. No word on any suspects. This is, of course, not the first time that we've had trouble in this spot. WRAL News has covered multiple shootings at Touchdown Sports Bar just in the past year. That includes 1 in October and 1 in June. New tonight, a man is facing more than 20 charges after police say he attacked a woman in a Food Lion parking lot. Anthony Hall II was arrested in Raleigh yesterday. The assault happened in Franklin County Friday night. Hall is also facing charges out of Wake County, including for driving a stolen car and assaulting 3 people. Hall is in jail without bond. Looking ahead, a woman accused of killing one of her children and trying to kill the other will face a judge tomorrow. Andrea Faust faces a murder and attempted murder charge here. Police arrested her on Friday. Officers responded to the home Thursday and found the 2 children unresponsive on Chartwell Court. Investigators haven't released the ages of either child. Faust is currently in jail without bond. A woman arrested and charged for performing unauthorized orthodontic procedures in Raleigh will have her first court appearance tomorrow as well. Ebony McBean's charges, including practicing medicine without a license and obtaining property under false pretense. In November, WRAL first reported about the business abruptly closing its doors in North Raleigh. Several patients had already paid more than $4,000 for orthodontic services. Court records show an arrest warrant was issued just days later on November 12th. Then Friday, McBean was arrested. Court records show McBean was released on a $3,000 bond. After months of inconvenience and construction, Olive Chapel Road is mostly back open tonight and will hopefully fully reopen tomorrow. Heavy rain and flash flooding caused a drain pipe to collapse back in August, which opened up a sinkhole. As WRL's Kirsten Clark shows us, this moment has been a long time coming.
It's a day many people thought might never come. Olive Chapel Road reopening 6 months after major flooding led to a collapsed culvert and a giant sinkhole. James Bryan lives off of Olive Chapel Road and says the closure created quite a few disruptions to daily life.
The buses are delayed because they have to now go all the way around to pick up and drop off the kids.
The road collapsed on August 6, 2025. The Department of Transportation initially projected it to be ready to reopen in November of 2025. After several delays, a contract was finally awarded for construction in November. Crews had to replace pipes and hired a contractor to build a new culvert, a project estimated to cost more than $2 million. As part of several updates on the project's progress, Apex Mayor Jacques Gilbert announced that Olive Chapel Road would reopen on February 12th. Yet a water line was struck during final construction work, causing another delay. At this point, Olive Chapel Road has partially reopened. You can see these cones creating lanes for drivers to pass through an area that was once fully blocked off. DOT crews now just have one last strip of pavement to finish. I asked the mayor if there is any concern about another culvert failure in the future.
Our staff, our engineers, we will ensure that we work closely with NCDOT and do some monitoring evaluation, not only for that culvert, but all around our town to make sure that infrastructure is sound.
As Brian looks toward a shorter commute.
We're a little bit disappointed that it didn't happen last week, but hey, things happen, nature, so you just got to roll with it.
A long-awaited new chapter for Olive Chapel Road. In Apex, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
And a spokesperson for NCDOT says all lanes of the road will be fully back open by 8 p.m. tomorrow. Well, more good news for Raleigh drivers ahead of tomorrow's morning commute. A large pothole on I-440 that damaged a number of vehicles last night has been repaired. We first reported the problem as breaking news during our 11 o'clock news last night. The pothole was on I-440 East near Wake Forest Road. Police tell us at least 8 cars sustained minor damage to tires or bumpers after driving over that pothole. Officers coned off the area so crews could begin repair work. The issue has been fixed and the road is completely back open tonight. Still ahead, water problem progress. One county in our area has had a state of emergency for more than a week because of limited water access. Next, the new repair slowly getting things back to normal. Plus, expanded DMV service. A pilot program is growing in our area. Next, a growing strategy to cut back on those DMV lines. New tonight, repairs are finished in Halifax County and water pressure is starting to improve after more than a week. The county has had water issues since last week when things started thawing out from our big freeze. It started when a third-party contractor hit a water line while digging. People went without water for several days, triggering a state of emergency. When water returned, there was poor water pressure. The county says it repaired a water valve today and water pressure should gradually improve over the next few days. Looking ahead, the DMV plans to expand self-service kiosks. The agency will make an announcement tomorrow about the program. The kiosks have been in grocery stores in Raleigh and Fayetteville for almost 2 years now. They let customers do things like renew their license and registrations. The goal is to cut down on trips to the DMV itself and help shorten those wait times. Families at a Wake County high school plan to transfer next year after their school was moved because of fire safety concerns. Interviews and records obtained by WRAL show Crossroads Flex High School closed after routine phone calls from the school. The county fire marshal's office didn't know a school was there. The fire marshal intervention this winter closed the school down for 2 weeks. It temporarily is moved to Cary High School and will go to Garner next year. Some schools are starting to make up days because of all of that snow. Most Wake County schools have a normal school day tomorrow. Orange County schools have changed tomorrow's teacher workday to a student workday. Looking ahead, UNC Health is lifting its visitor restrictions tomorrow. Children 11 and under can visit UNC Health facilities again starting tomorrow. Visitors who were sick will still not be allowed to visit patients. Wake Met will lift visitor restrictions for children of all ages tomorrow. Both hospital systems had restrictions in place due to a very busy flu and virus season. The USA men's hockey team wrapped up the preliminary round against Germany with a 5-1 victory. The Americans are now 3-0, having defeated Denmark 6-3 and Latvia 5-1 in earlier Group C action. Winning Group C means a bye into the quarterfinals, which are on Wednesday. Canada has won its Group A, and Slovakia has laid claim to the top spot in Group B. Taking a look at the medal count right now, Norway currently in the lead with 26 medals, 12 of them gold, followed by Italy, the U.S. currently in third. Japan and France round out the top 5. Well, voting ends tomorrow for a local park up for a national award. The Whirligig Park over in Wilson is, of course, up for Best Sculpture Park. Last year, the park was voted the second best. The park gets its name from the moving metal sculptures, affectionately called whirligigs, displayed all over the grounds. I gotta say, Grant, always cool going out there to Wilson, seeing the whirligigs. They're an amazingly impressive sight, but today it's a better view from the camera. I don't think you want to be out there right now.
Yeah, a lot of rain out there right now and across the area. That's why WRAL weather alert day is in place, because we have widespread rain and we could see some ponding on the roads because of it as well. Some moderate to heavy rain for some areas, especially over Wake County, is ongoing. We've seen about around an inch for some spots in the triangle, or just below an inch, closer to 3/4 of an inch in some areas. And back to the west, some higher amounts. Siler City, Sanford, Southern Pines seeing an inch to an inch and a half of rain, and the rain is still ongoing. So again, these totals, as we mentioned yesterday, could be between an inch to 2 inches. So a good bit of rain for our area and much needed as well. Here's a view over Raleigh right now. You can see rain on the lens, rain on the roads. Please be careful out there. There's definitely ponding ongoing across much of our area roads, so make it a little bit treacherous on your evening commute tonight and any other plans you have tonight and through early tomorrow morning. Here's Futurecast, though, showing when the heaviest rain moves out. Of course, some pockets of heavier rain are still possible through 7, 8 o'clock. By 11 p.m., still some pockets of moderate rain mixed in, but now the majority of it is starting to become lighter with some heavier pockets to the north and east. Then it starts to shift east of I-95 and closer to the coastline. Still some pockets of light rain mixed in, but mainly just cloud cover lingering into the early morning hours on Monday. And then we're a lot quieter heading out the door on Monday with just lingering cloud cover. We could see a mix of clouds and sunshine throughout the day on Monday. So for your Sunday today, we still have that WRAL weather alert day in place. A low-end flood threat for almost the entire area because of that. It's just because we could see some area of ponding or some isolated flash flooding with some of the heavier downpours. But now the rain is going to be moving out tonight. We'll see more sunshine into Monday and then warmer temperatures, highs push to the 70s. And then watching for another rain chance next weekend. Right now, it's not looking as overwhelming as the one that we've seen today, but still more rain possible, and any rain that we can get is definitely much needed, and we'll take it. More sunshine tomorrow. Highs push to the mid to upper 50s across the area. Some low 60s to the south. 61 in Fayetteville, 58 in Raleigh, 59 in Roxborough, 57 in Rocky Mount in the afternoon. And then we have the next weather maker that builds in. Again, I mentioned highs pushing to the 70s. We have an upper level high that'll build back to the south and west. And this is taking a look at the surface temperatures. That's the colors you're seeing on this map. Those deep oranges and reds indicating much warmer temperatures pushing to the 70s, possibly 80s, down towards Tampa, Miami. For us, we're going to push into the 70s later this week. And yeah, it'll be feeling very, very pleasant in a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. More of that spring-like feel, running probably around almost 20 degrees above average for the end of this week. Now, the rain chances don't pick up until our next front approaches into the back half of next week. So you can see a 30% rain chance by Friday and Saturday, lifting a 40% chance of rain on Sunday. We'll have to watch this closely. If the front quickly moves through, we could see less rain, but if it stalls, like forecast models have been showing over the past 24 hours, that would mean more rain for the weekend and then cooler by the end of the weekend and the start of next week. But for now, staying cool. We have more ongoing rain. We could have some heavier downpours as well, so be careful on the roads.
Good advice, Grant. Thank you very much. Just ahead, the Duke women stay perfect in ACC play. Highlights from today's matchup between the Blue Devils and the Tar Heels just ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Luke Notestein. Anytime that the North Carolina women meet up with Duke in college basketball, the fans show up. A sellout crowd here at Cameron Indoor Stadium for this one. Duke entered this game on a 15-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Tar Heels entered the game with 8 straight wins. This game was physical all the way throughout, and it was close, down to the final few seconds. Let's go to the second quarter. Duke up by 1. Jordan Wood, triple from the corner, is perfect. 3 of her 14 points. Duke goes on a run right before halftime. Time winding down in the second quarter. Taina Meyer with the strip, then looks ahead to Jordan Wood for another 3 in transition. This one from the other side of the baseline, and it's money. Duke leads 41-33 at halftime. Then in the third quarter, Taina Meyer finds a rhythm, dancing into the lane and showing off the finesse with the floater. Meyer scores 14 points as well. Duke leads 49-43. This game would be physical, but UNC would shoot no foul shots in the game. Fourth quarter, Ashlyn Jackson finds Delaney Thomas for the layup off the glass. Duke leads by 6. So Carolina needs an answer, and quickly. 15 seconds to play. Nyla Brooks open at the top of the key, and she buries it. Heels trail 71-68. Time winding down, UNC needs to score in a hurry. Alina Arnasalo open from the outside, but it's off the mark, and Duke holds on to beat UNC 72-68. After the game, Courtney Banghart not happy about her team not attempting a single free throw in the entire game.
More battle-tested than we were November, December, January, just getting better and better with this young group. You know, obviously when you out-rebound and you know, basically the three-point line and the turnover line's about the same. There's one category that's not the same. You guys know as well as I do. Please don't don't get me fined. But that's the difference in the game.
So there wasn't really a foul to be called because we were doing such a bad job. And you guys saw the game. I mean, just transition, wide open layups, drives, helps up, dump down, layup. There was no, we weren't contesting anything. So if you're not contesting anything, there's just an open layup.
According to ESPN, this is just the third time this century that an ACC team has not attempted a free throw in a conference game. Duke remains unbeaten in ACC play this season. The Blue Devils will take on rival NC State coming up on Thursday. Luke Notestein, WRAL Sports, Durham.
Our thanks to Luke there, and thank you for joining us here tonight. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.